Welcome to the Capital Property Fund's portfolio update for the CPF Property Debt Fund and the CPF Real Estate Credit Fund. My name is Joe Christie and I'm joined today by Xander Ryan.
Thank you, Joe. So we'll start off with the land subdivision category. So we've got a number of loans at Spring Creek. We've got the Spring Creek stage 5 and 6, which they're doing land subdivisions. Then we've got Spring Creek land that is just holding the underlying land at Spring Creek. And then we've got Spring Creek East, which is another parcel of land at the back of Spring Creek, which will be a further development there. So that's a bit of a while away. That's the breakdown of the Spring Creek loans. In the month of July, we had Spring Creek Stage 5 repay on the 29th of July. So all the holders of that got a repayment in full. And then Spring Creek Stage 6 continues to go well. We were chatting with Terry. There's no registered lots available to sell in Spring Creek. So instead of they were doing 5 sales a month. Now they're doing 5 sales a week. So you might add to that on why that is. But everything's going well at Spring Creek. For the people in Spring Creek land, we will be providing an update maybe in 2 weeks' time about what they will be rolling into, because that's due to expire soon.
No, thank you, Senator. Just to add a little bit, you are right. So Spring Creek, the undeveloped land, is around about 90 hectares in total with 800 land lots. To date, they've sold approximately 300, if memory serves me correct. Loan to valuation ratio sitting in that sort of sub 60-65% range. First mortgage security paying 10%, a really good quality sponsor. And you mentioned that they can't, they've sold out of stock effectively, so they have no registered lots available for sale. They're now starting to sell or pre-sell future stages. So they were selling 5 lots a month. They've recently been designated as a Master Builders Association site, which means that 10 master builders will be coming onto the site wanting to put up display home villages, including Metricon, Australia's largest home builder. And as a consequence of that, sales have gone from 5 a month to 5 a week. So you will see in stages 7, 8 and 9, probably larger stages. So typically they're doing sort of 50 to 60 lot stages. I think they'll be doing 80, 90, 100 lot stages just to try and keep up with demand.
No, we love what's happening at Spring Creek, and we look forward to providing more updates on it. Moving on to Walloon, so it's a 15 land lot land subdivision. We were actually on site on Tuesday. We met the builder and the sponsor of the project. They've just got a new contractor in, and they're going to start work today on August 1st. So that's very exciting. We've got a first mortgage on this paying 10.5%. And as work will be signed this month, we'll expect to draw kind of late August, early September. So for those who are looking out for Walloon, that'll be coming towards the back end of August. But really like the site. We were there. There's a big estate building on the other side of the road, and a big amenity of a new football field or new field going in. So the area is really coming alive, and we're looking forward to this loan. Looking forward to construction starting here.
Yeah, absolutely. Just add a little bit to what you're saying. You're exactly correct. I mean, it's just on the edge of the urban sprawl, so there'll be the last probably rural residential land lots you would think at 4,000 square metres. You've got that large sporting complex, the rail line coming in, new schools coming into the area. I think it's definitely a go-ahead area, and I think it'll go well.
Moving on to Toowoomba stages 4 and 5. So this is a 47 land lot subdivision. Got a first mortgage paying 11 and a second paying 18. Terry's still going back and forth with council about getting all the right approvals for this one. We're thinking they might need a bit of a 4-month extension due to just how long it's taking with going back and forth with council. But we're pretty confident when Terry gets all the approvals, which are imminent. We've been told that when construction starts, they'll be hopefully pick up a bit of time. But 47 land lots. We're looking forward to this getting started.
Yeah, just on that too, it's obviously it has planning approval. They're looking to get their operational works approval. Last correspondence we had was that they've received a draft conditions for the operational works approval. They need to accept those, and look, I think that'll start drawing fairly soon.
Yeah, we're probably towards the end of this month or maybe
shortly
early
thereafter.
September, and then moving on to Port Douglas, we actually forgot this in the first update, so apologies for those in Port Douglas, but we've communicated to all the holders in this loan that Terry's going to be diversifying the offering there. So it was just 22 land lots that were fully completed, and now Terry's going to be building 2 spec homes there. So we're looking forward to him starting construction. That loan we expect to roll end of next week or early the week after. So yeah, we'll be in touch with everyone in that loan. But 22 land lots, 2 spec homes, a 53% LVR, paying 10%. There's a lot to like there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't help myself. He's only got to sell 8 or 9 of them, and he's repaid in full. The thing is that what he has found is sales interest has been very strong. And however, people primarily from Melbourne and Brisbane, Melbourne and Sydney wanted to buy into Port Douglas, but they were saying, look, it'd be lovely to get a block of land with the house on it. So that'll add to their sales capability.
Yeah. And then moving on to Musgrave, so this is one we settled last month. It's quite a small loan. Those familiar with Seal Street, Paddington, this was the Darkovich brother loan as well. So it's a splitter block. So they've bought it, and they're going to split the land into three pieces. They're going to keep the house at the front and then sell off the 2 land packages at the end. So it's about a 6-month loan, very cookie cutter, not too many moving parts, and they've done it before, so they've got that track record of doing it. So a small loan, but that one nonetheless.
I mean, first paying 10, second paying 18. We've lent, I think it's the 4th loan we've done to them. They know the area. Very good one.
So moving on to the commercial portfolio, so we'll start with Brookwater, the newest childcare centre. So we actually met with Shane on Wednesday this week, and the builder Phil. Very excited. They're expecting the works approval to drop either today or very shortly, and then so there'll be a bit of a draw coming for that. And for those who watched the last portfolio update, some of you got in touch with us, so your allocation's been reserved for that. So for future draws on Brookwater or any of the loans, feel free to be in contact with the team, and we'll make sure you've got an allocation. But yeah, we've got a first mortgage paying 10.5 on Brookwater, second paying 18. It's a 130 spot childcare centre with some medical space. We expect construction after they get their works approval. It's probably 4 to 6 weeks for them to get their BA, and then construction will start shortly after that. So there'll be a lot happening at Brookwater, and we're very excited for this one.
And what I like about it too, it's Shane's 13th childcare centre, so he's highly experienced. He's also got a pre-lease agreement with a reputable operator for 15 years. So a very good one.
Moving on to Paddington, so this rolled last month. We don't really have any new updates. We're going to be meeting with the Darkovich brothers in 2 weeks' time to discuss what is happening there. But first paying 10, second paying 16, that'll be something for next update. Moving on to the industrial portfolio, so we've got Tingalpa. They're building 21 units there. We've got a first mortgage paying 10.5 and a second paying 18. The building, they've built the shell, so that's all complete, and now they're just finalising those kind of internal touches, doing the tiling, putting the aircon. So there's a lot of trades there at the moment, just doing those final bits and pieces. It's a hive of activity. We expect construction and all those little bits to be finished at the end of August, and then for those pre-sale commitments that we've kind of been talking about with that 100% debt coverage to be kicking off mid to late September. So we'll definitely have some more information about some possible dates next portfolio update, but we're very happy with what's going on at Tingalpa.
Yeah, just to add to that, as you've mentioned, he's got 100% debt coverage, so the sales have been very strong. And I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but we've got another opportunity for this same borrower, being Mark Drillich. He's found another project in Oxley, which should dovetail into the completion of Tingalpa quite nicely. It'll be an industrial development in proximity to Tingalpa, first paying 10.5, second paying 18. But we can talk more about that in the next update.
Yeah, we met with Mark and Rowan, the sponsors of this project, and we actually went on site in Oxley as well, just seeing that as well. So good things coming for the industrial portfolio.
Absolutely.
Moving on to residential, so I'll start with Marcoola. We've got a first there paying 10.5%, Last update, we communicated that Terry got all the approvals for that, and then he was just searching for a builder. So we expect to draw in about two weeks' time for that. And yeah, we look forward to him doing his 2 duplexes there.
Yeah, there's nothing really to add there. As you said, 2 nice duplexes, plunge pools, a very short walk from Marcoola Beach. So I think it'll go very, very well.
And then moving on to Teralba, they're building 11 townhouses and 1 detached dwelling there. We've got a first mortgage paying 11%. Progress on site has continuously been interrupted by the inclement weather since commencement, but the builder Hunter Coast Homes has made good progress when the weather permits. We had our in-house development management team there yesterday meeting with the sponsor Gary, and they tell us that it's an impressive quality of work when they're able to get on site. They're around 70% done with the screw piles, and some of them have been about 6 meters deep, and then the underslab drainage is about 50% complete. So when they're able to get on site, and for those in New South Wales, you know, it's been about a week of rain here. When they do get on site, it's been good work. So I think we communicated last update that this will be kind of extended to that late April, early May, and we maintain that kind of schedule.
And look, just to add to your comments, is our development management team was on site, and they're really impressed with Hunter Coast Homes. So that I get a lot of comfort from that and the quality of the work that they're doing. Yeah.
And then moving on to the residual stock deals where there's no moving parts. They've had all their planning approvals to build the project. Now they're just in that sell down mode. We've got Yalambee paying 10.5%. We had 2 sales last month, but then this month there weren't any sales. So this loan is probably around 30% of its maximum capacity. So the sell down continues well there, and we expect another sale this month. So for those in there, expect something. And then with Sanford Rise, another first mortgage paying 10.25%. We had a sale last month on and a return of capital on the 18th of July, and we expect another one this month. So that interest rate cut has just helped maintain the sales there. And yeah, residual stock deals, there's hold on to the 10.5 and 10.25 as long as you can, because they're great deals and great risk adjusted returns.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think if you're getting a 10.5 or a 10.25, everything's done. There's no moving parts, and it's only going to get better for them in terms of. I think there'll be more official cash rates coming, of what the pundits were saying that paid yesterday. So these ones, just to add some flavour to it, they're 4,000 square metre blocks and selling between 1 to 1.5 million. And look, they'll continue to sell down. Is it too early to talk about any other residual stock deals?
Yeah, so yes, on Wednesday we were in Brisbane for a 2-day trip, and we saw another residual stock deal that we think is a really good risk adjusted return, as we keep saying. It's about 40 residual land lots in Greenbank, so we're kind of in our due diligence period. But for those who are interested in residual stock deals, feel free to contact us. But if we think this project stacks up, we will be coming out to the market with this. This will have a first and a second at this stage, probably around that 10.5 and 18%. But more to come if this transpires.
And you think, Xander, and can you give us an update on the real estate credit fund? Tell us a little bit about it, and tell us what has the yield been for the last couple of quarters.
Yeah, so another quarter was just paid this month, or at the start of July. Still hitting that 9%. It's maintained that 9% for the entirety that it's been around. For those who don't know, it has 2 redemption windows, so the 15th of March and 15th of September. So for those who are in the real estate credit fund, you have to give a month's notice for those redemptions. So the 15th of August will be that kind of cut-off date if you want to redeem in the 15th of September. So feel free to, you have to be in contact with us to meet that window. But no, we really like it. It does have that slightly lower yield on it, but it's got that diversified exposure. It's got those 2 redemption windows. So we think those 2 factors make up for that slightly lower yield. But no, we're extremely happy. We've had quite a few people. We had that Sanford repayment come through. People were moving that money into the credit fund. We had stage 5 come back. Some of those people are moving it into the credit fund. So there is money flowing into the fund. And yeah, people are really liking it. The feedback we're getting is that the less paperwork. You don't need to think about, oh, Tingalpa's got 2 months left, or Brookwater's got 12 months left. So just like that, set and forget. They get their quarterly income. Hopefully they watch the monthly portfolio update so they know what's going on. So yeah, no, credit fund's going really well. We are upgrading the registry system at CPF, so we'll be communicating to the members of the credit fund that income reinvestment, will be introduced. So you'll be able to really build a position and get that compounding effect. So no, the credit fund's going really well, and yeah, if you are interested or want to know more information, we can send you the information memorandum, or you can give us a phone call and we can tell you then.
Okay. Well, look, I think that about covers everything. Xander, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to chatting again next month.
Yeah, see you next month.
Okay, bye-bye.